pinakamagaling na deal sa nuts.com.
Thank you for sharing your afternoon with us here on Kababayan LA, kung saan po ngayong hapon kinikilala natin ang mag-amang government officials, Vice President Junjun Binay, whom we interviewed earlier, and also his son, Mayor Junjun Binay. Kung saan naman po si Mayor Junjun Binay at si Vice President Junjun Binay, nagsimula po sila sa Makati. Kilala ba natin ang Makati? Let's allow the Mayor of Makati to introduce us to the city. Here he is.
If you were to explain good governance in layman's term, what is it? What is good governance?
Well, it's about making life easy within the city, and that should be done by way of an ease between the people we govern and the government serving the people.
A lot of overseas Filipino workers have come from all over the world. They held a convention the past 2 days at Hotel Sofitel, and they are the OFWs not from the Philippines, but are still concerned about what's happening here in the Philippines. How would you talk to them? What would you tell them about Makati? A lot of them, obviously, it's still a tourist destination because of all the malls, right? But what would you tell them exactly? What can they expect from Makati?
Well, Makati is the financial center of the Philippines, and if you've heard what President Noynoy said during his inaugural address, if he had it his way, then he would rather have the Filipinos work within the Philippines and not have them working abroad. And we can only do that if we can really encourage business to do business in the Philippines or do business in the city of Makati. And hopefully if we can stimulate this, if President Noy and my father, Vice President Binay, can stimulate the economy and foster a good business climate, then hopefully our Kababayans will not have to leave the Philippines.
Well, you mentioned a lot of programs that you're planning on implementing. Ano ba yung pinaka-priority project mo for Makati?
Well, we always name education, the environment, peace and order, and jobs for our constituents.
Let's start with education. How are you planning?
Well, we're building a new Makati Science High School. It will not only serve our constituents. We are intending to have students from other provinces study in our Makati Science High School. We intend to give more computers. We've started this with, we partnered with Microsoft and HP, and we've given computers to our teachers. We've started with about 300 teachers. We've dispersed computers, laptop computers to our teachers, and we intend to do the same for our students.
Well, you look like you're on the right track, but politicians, we never know. You guys speak so well, so smoothly. We don't know.
No, well, we've done this for the city, and in fact, I've had a hand in the partnership between our education department and Microsoft and other private companies. We've done it, and it's not impossible. It's really a big advantage for us that if we dream on something, we can really do it, because we're just fortunate to have the resources to make things possible.
And obviously, when you speak, it's very inspiring. It gives us a lot of hope. But in terms of, I know that you're going to be bombarded with temptations of corruption and all that. How are you planning to stand firm and really just resist?
Well, it's all about making things transparent so that everything's an open book. That's why, again, we will use technology to make sure that the transparency needed by the government to be seen by our constituents is in place so that people will not be tempted.
And I'm guessing that you're going to be turning on to your dad also for advice. Is there any advice that he's given you already? After you won, what did he tell you?
So far, we have not discussed any at this point. But if I come to a point that I would need his advice, then I will not think twice from doing that. He has been mayor for the last 24 years, and he would be the best advisor if ever I need one to assist me within the city government.
And politics aside, father to son, what has been the best advice he's given you so far?
What has been the best advice? Well, I've won this election not relying on political leaders. I've won this election because I've gone direct to the people. It's one lesson that I've learned from my father throughout the years, that if the people trust you, then you will never lose any election.
Very well said. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you. Salamat.
There high hopes right now in the Philippines at mataas po ang pag-asa ng ating mga kababayan all over the world that finally, magkakaroon daw po ng pagbabago talaga sa ating bansa ngayon, especially with the administration of President Noynoy Aquino. But we have to remember he can't do it alone. Kasama po niya ang iba't ibang mga elected officials, mga government officials na nakilala din po natin ngayon, si Vice President Junjun Binay at si Mayor of Makati, Junjun Binay. And syempre, kailangan din po ang tulong nating mga simpleng mamamayan. We have to do our part in order to create a better Philippines for the future generation. For now, sana po marami kayong natutunan. We're going to be talking a little bit more about this in the coming days here in our program. Ako po si Janelle Song, inyong kababayan dito sa Los Angeles, and I'll see you again next time.